Hey, what's up my dudes? Welcome back to Enchant the World, our magical modded Minecraft playthrough. We're in all the mods 9 and we're checking out magic mods, trying to build an amazing wizard compound and become pretty kick-ass mages. This episode, we're going to be trying to track down some of the magical creatures of this world, namely the Starbuncle for one, very important for our source generation setup. We're also going to be trying to get some guards around the colony in the form of these treants. These enchanted tree guard warrior things are going to help us protect our dudes. And we're also going to be looking into whirlisprigs as well and seeing what they can do as a replacement for botany hopper pots. And you may have noticed also this room has been decorated, so I'll be showing you around what we've done to bring the colony up to speed. But first, what we've done is we've upgraded our Caledonian colony to a fairy tale style colony. Now I don't want to bore you guys with too much Minecolonies in this series because the overwhelming opinion and comments are saying, oh my god, not another Minecolonies series. And don't worry, it really isn't going to be. But I did want to shift over to the fairy tale style because the requirements to build these buildings often lean into some of the mods in All the Mods 9. It's a really cool looking style that definitely leans heavily into the idea of magic, with a lot of the materials required being from the Twilight Forest. So as you can see, we've removed the old builder's hut and the shell of the town hall, and we've rebuilt them over here, and they look pretty sweet. It's sad to move away from Caledonia, but it's kind of a boring style anyway, so I'm glad we're fairy tale now. Anyway, we're not going to do too much Minecolonies, so there you go, that's the new buildings. So let's walk through some of these changes. As you can see, we've added birch fence posts to help brace these stairways. I'd always planned on doing this, but I left it out of the original schematic because I didn't want to go too crazy with the building materials. But we've come back with some birch fence posts and decorated these stairs. Also, the windows have had a bit of a glow up. You'll see we've got these really cool flower boxes from supplementaries. These are mega cheap to make, just 5 slabs and a dirt in the middle, and you get 2 flower boxes. And these are really cool because you can fit, I think, maybe 3, maybe 4 flowers in here. And that's going to look really cool. Once we get all of the Botania different coloured flowers, I think they're going to be great to decorate the tower with. And we've moved all of our desks and things up here as well. We've got the scribe's table over here, a repository in the middle, and the alteration table over on this side. Now, one of you guys in the comment section said I could streamline my source gem production. And you guys were absolutely right. Rather than have loads of imbuement chambers that I randomly right-click on to get lapis into source gems, what I've done instead is configure a couple of chests. These are sophisticated storage chests with a hopper upgrade. The top one is set to push into the imbuement chamber, and the bottom one is set to pull only source gems. So what that means is I can chuck 32 lapis lazuli in here, and they will automatically become source gems and get thrown into the oak chest underneath. Amazing, look at this. It's not insanely quick, but what it is automatic. So if I put 32 in here, and 32 or 31 over here as well, these are going to cook up in the background. Now also we've got a whole bunch of armor stands over here because I built another set of Ars Nouveau armor. Basically, this set that I have right here, the Colonist set, uses iron as the base. This one here on the armor stand is the gold tier. It's the sorcerer's set, and basically I'm going to look at what the difference is between that and this. So essentially, just like gold armor is not as strong as iron armor in regular Minecraft, the sorcerer's set has less armor than the Colonist set. What it does have though is more space for magic. Look at this, so the Colonist pants have a tier 1 empty slot 1, but the sorcerer's leggings have empty slots 2. That means you can put more spell thread on this armor and make it even more magical. And that's very cool. Now I've dyed this lime green instead of the regular green, and I want to see what this looks like while I'm wearing it. Oh yeah, you know what? This looks a lot more magey. The other one made me look like a bit like a green Gandalf. Like Radagast the Green, I guess. Was he green? No, he was brown. But this is also a very cool set, and you know what? It's a little bit more magical than the other set, so I think this is the one I'm going to be wearing going forwards. There we go, and that armor set back on the armor stand. So why do we have 4 more armor stands? Well, check this out. The regular sorcerer's set can go up to tier 3, but Ars Elemental, which is like an elemental add-on for Ars Nouveau, adds some Geomancer's hats. Basically, every element has its own set. So you've got Geomancers over here. It's really good, really powerful, and it goes all the way up to tier 4. So it's very high level. There's also Aethermancer. Yeah, Aethermancer's set as well. Very cool. And the big thing is, these are all tied to a specific school of magic. Now, we've kind of gone green on the colony. That means we're definitely not fire wizards. Not with all of these trees lying around, that would be a nightmare. Maybe if we lived in a volcano. But we're green kind of wizards, so I think the set we're going to be going for is Geomancer. Earth magic. Sounds pretty cool. There's also Watermancer, which might be Aquamancer. Yeah, there we go, Aquamancer. It all looks very similar, and it's all got kind of the same bonuses, except they're attuned to the different elements. Okay, yeah, so this room has been decorated, and it looks pretty swish. It's very dark in here, though, so we need to find something to put on the bottom of these chains. Now, Ars Nouveau offers some really cool lighting options. Now, one of the coolest is a mage light torch. I love the idea of lighting up the structure and the compound with mage lights, but they look ugly on their own. However, with a mage light torch, you can add a mage light to an existing golden kind of box, and the whole thing just looks way cooler. And they're not too expensive to make either. With source gems and gold nuggets now on farm, this should be super easy to make. So I'll grab some gold from my backpack and see if I can make some of these. Boom, yeah, 20 of these mage light torches. So let's see what they look like on the bottom of chain. This could be amazing, this could be terrible. Oh, you know what? I think this looks actually pretty cool. Now, to add a mage light to these, you have to get the mage light spell. There we go, and cast it at the block. Oh, now if it's projectile, it will go straight through, but you can dig these up pretty simple. So that's a bit weird. It has to be actually touch and not projectile. But there we go. Now you can see the mage light inside that gold horseshoe, and it looks pretty cool. Very green. Yeah, looking much tastier. Now we've also decorated the side over here with some bookshelves from the Chipped mod. Basically, Chipped gives you a workbench where you can put items in and change the style. Very nice. Now we're getting a little bit distracted. We're going to try and track down a Starbuncle, for one, to get our source generation setup completely finished. But that's going to involve a few tricky things, so come with me to the second floor. Oh yeah, now I'll just add some more of these sconces first before I show you around. So what is going on in here? Well, basically we've put extra imbuement jars all around the edge over here, and we're going to actually need, I think, one more than we've got over here at the moment. But we can worry about that down the line. Why do we have all of these set up? Well, basically, these are going to be where we're going to be making essences. Ars Nouveau has a whole bunch of essences: abjuration, conjuration, air, earth, fire, manipulation, and water. And also anima essence from Ars Elemental. And that's 8 elements in total. We've only got 6 jars set up here, so we'll work out a place for 2 more down the line, maybe in the corners of the room. Sounds like a good idea. And why do we have these? Well, these essences are essential for a lot of things. For example, if you want to make any kind of tablet, they're used for a load of those. They're also used for a whole bunch of glyphs, for spellcrafting, all kinds of things. So these essences are really essential. Now, basically, the way you make an essence is you put a source gem in the imbuement jar. It will look for recipes on pedestals that are at most 1 block away, so like 1 by 1 cube. And these arcane pedestals are just about in range. And it will take mana from source jars that are at most 2 blocks away. So this jar over here is right on the outside of the limits as well. So we'll start by doing, manipulation essence. This looks like a pretty simple one. So if we can put a stone button, a clock, redstone dust on these pedestals over here, give it 2000 source in that jar, and a source gem in the imbuement chamber, and we will make the manipulation essence. Well, I think we have everything we need for that, so let's go and grab the stuff and do it. So there we go, 1 stone for the button, redstone, a clock. How do I make a clock again? I think it's with gold, isn't it? Oh yeah, gold and redstone, no sweat. So there we go, the clock and the button, and we should be good to go. Button at the back, clock on the right. Doesn't matter where you put these, it all works. Now, before we put the source gem in the middle, I'm going to have to hook this jar up with some source because I've been a bit lazy and I haven't selected all of this to be connected yet. So we'll make sure the source is coming down the tower. Now, you may have also realized, basically, these jars were floating in midair. It looked really messy, so we added some chains, some birch slabs, and these trapdoors as a way to hold up these jars because source gets sent through any objects as if they weren't there. So we can basically block off these floors with these kind of trapdoor things. Again, from chipped, the same workbench. And it's a really cool way of decorating and keeping things looking like they make sense. Now this jar is empty, so I've got to make sure everything's being sent down the tower properly. There we go, that's the splitter setup to take from the system and put into these 3 jars. Now we'll have to go upstairs, grow some sauce berries, chuck them on the mycelial pedestal plate, and basically just make some quick sauce. Yeah, now we can also just basically grow these a little bit, just spam right click. Now what's really tricky is that these things are prickly. It's really difficult to work with these because you can't just run in and grab up all of the sauce gems and sauce berries that you want without pricking yourself to death. There we go. Now what we could do is set up a deployer to put things on this pedestal, but for now I'm not too worried. We can just spam with right click and get the sauce we need. Now rather than right click on the pedestal, what you can do is just spam Q and throw them on top of the pedestal. That also works. So what you could do is set up a dropper above to just drop the sauce berries onto where you want them. But it does have to land on the pedestal, so you've got to be careful. But there we go, there's a full stack lying on the pedestal. That should get us loads and loads of good stuff. Very cool. Trees, cool. So sauce is coming through the tower, and again, this is a slow process right now because we need magical creatures to speed all these things up. But basically, yeah, with the right things on the pedestal, we put the sauce gem in the middle, boom. It's gonna suck mana from this jar. Oh yeah, look at that flow down, beautiful. And there we go, you can see a manipulation essence lying in that imbuement jar. Let's pick it up. Boom. Cool. And so what we can do is we can set up all of these pedestals with all of the requirements for different essences. For example, air. Oh, we'll need a fermented spider eye, sugar, milk bucket, conjuration, a Wildenhorn, uh-oh. A Starbuncle token, okay, interesting. A book. And so on and so forth. Each of these essences has 3 different materials. But what's important to remember is the materials aren't used up. They remain on these pedestals and you can use them forever. So you only need 1 of each of these items. It's not super tricky to get. So okay, let's talk starbuncles. We're going to have to go out into the world now and catch ourselves some of these starry dudes. Some of these Pikachu-looking mother truckers. So we're looking for starbuncle tokens. Basically, a lot of the creatures in Ars Nouveau will give you a token if you do something nice for them. For example, the Starbuncle token will get given to you by a Starbuncle once you give it a gold nugget. Okay, good to know. What about the other tokens? So a Drigme will give you a token if you give them a Wildenhorn. Oh, Wilden are pretty rare though, that could be quite tricky. Whirlisprigs will give you tokens if you grow a tree near them. Okay, good to know. And a Wixie will give you a token if you use Dispel on a witch while it has less than half health. Well, we're going to be going for some Starbuncles and some Whirlisprig. So gold nuggets, saplings, and I guess some bone meal to grow these trees. Giving these creatures the things they need for the tokens is pretty simple, but what's not easy is actually finding them. That's why what we're going to be using is a dowsing rod. Basically, with a gold ingot and a couple of archwood planks, you make a device that will show you the auras, the outlines of nearby magical creatures. Now we'll make a couple of these because they do have durability, and also looks like we've been completing some quests. Maybe we'll get some really sweet rewards. Probably a good idea to check those now. So we did the Metal Age, boom. A slime ball, that could come in really handy. Okay, yeah, we haven't actually completed that many. Once we get these charms though, Amethyst charms, Wixie charms, Whirlisprig, Starbuncle and Drigme though, we'll get loads of those done. These are the big automation creatures. But for now, a dowsing rod, loads of XP. Well, okay, I've got what I need now to get the tokens, except the bone meal. Need some bone meal. There we go, there's 9 bones. We'll turn that into a load of bone meal. Oh look, even more bones. Amazing. So we'll get loads of bones, loads of bone meal. We'll need some saplings, of course, as well. And we're not going to use magical saplings because they make big trees. We want kind of small trees, so I'm just going to go for something like oak. And let's go, we're on the hunt. Oh, now there's one thing I want to do. Before we go out on an adventure, I'm always about collecting different flowers from Botania. If I see them out and about, I want to grab them, but there's so many different colours that we could fill up our backpack really quickly with those. Which is why I want to make a flower pouch from Botania. Basically, with any old flower and 5 blocks of wool, you can get a flower pouch, and I think what this does is store all of your Botania flowers for you. So mushroom on the top, some white wool around here like this, and bam, we have a flower pouch. When I right click with this, so this gathers every single kind of flower. It doesn't do mushrooms though, but this is going to be great for gathering all the flowers. Now while we're at it, there's absolutely no reason why our backpack shouldn't be super crazy. It's got a stack upgrade in there now, which is pretty good, but I want to upgrade my whole backpack to a gold level. So we'll take it off and get that upgrade going. Now I believe it is just surrounding it with iron, isn't it? Yeah, there we go, iron backpack. Then surround it with gold. This will give it more room, but also give it more slots for upgrades. Yeah, check it out. So we've got room for more upgrades. We'll upgrade this stack upgrade. Amazing, and now our backpack can store everything we're gonna need. So okay, we're on the hunt for magical creatures. What you do is you get the dowsing rod, you right click, and you get this buff for 1 minute called Magic Find. Basically, we'll be able to see now magical creatures, or at least their outlines, through the world as they appear. So stay vigilant. Oh look, there we go, our first customer, and this looks like a starbuncle, I believe. Very Pikachu looking dude, like a squirrel, a magical squirrel. Come here, my friend, I've got a gold nugget for you. So he'll see the gold nugget, he'll come and pick it up, he'll vanish, and he'll drop a token. Boom! First of many. Let's go and grab loads of these. We're going to need a lot of starbuncles over on the compound because starbuncles are basically item pipes. They're logistics. They'll pick something up and put it down. They're highly configurable and incredibly cute. Oh, what's this? Oh, no, wait. So not only does the scrying rod find magical creatures, it also finds, I believe, amethyst. Let's go and check it out and see if this is amethyst down here. Yes, I was correct. This is amethyst. Very cool. So we found an amethyst geode. We're going to need this later on to get some amethyst golems. So I'm going to make a waypoint right here. And we'll give it a blue color because that's what amethyst is. And yeah, let's get back on the hunt for magical creatures. But I'll remember this for later. Hello, what are you? Now, this isn't a starbuncle. This is a drigme. These are a bit more difficult to seduce. We're going to need wilden wings or spikes, which we don't have right now, but these things are insanely useful going forwards, so yeah, don't sleep on drigmes. Now, of course, we should be gathering Botania flowers as we find them. Here's a mystical flower. Let's see what happens when we dig this. So we've got the flowers. Do they go straight into the flower pouch? Oh, yeah, I think you know what they might do. Yeah, they do. So it hoovers up the flowers. You don't even need to have to sort it yourself. That's really good. So, flower pouch, #1 top craft for gathering Botania flowers. So what does a whirlisprig do, and why do we want them? Why are they better than botany hopper pots? Well, the short answer is they're not really. Botany hopper pots are so overpowered that you're kind of going to want to use them for everything. But whirlisprigs are a cool way of gathering anything that can grow. Be it trees, flowers, whatever grows, you can farm with a whirlisprig garden. So what we do is we put a whirlisprig in the middle of like a zone full of flowers, and what he will do is grow them and generate free crops, free trees, free saplings, free wood. Oh, who are you? A whirlisprig, about time. So these guys give you tokens when you grow a tree near to them. Okay, here we go. We'll put the sapling here, get rid of that grass, get the bone meal out, grow the tree, oopsie daisy, and boom, he became a whirlisprig token. Amazing. Ah, also look at this, lots of brown mushrooms. What's really good about Biomes Aplenty, or whatever we're using, I think it's Biomes Aplenty, is that it adds all kinds of biomes that can sometimes just give you loads and loads of mushrooms for free. Now starbuncles come in all kinds of colours, and you can dye them as well to make your place just look a little bit nicer. Looks like we found a bit of a nest over here, there's another token, and let's get this last, final starbuncle over here, and call it a day and head home. There we go, amazing! Okay, let's head home. So here we go, 8 starbuncle tokens and just 1 whirlisprig token is a great place to start. How do we turn these into starbuncles we can use? So you surround the token with gold at the apparatus, and you get the charm. So we've got the gold, we've got the tokens. Let's make a whole bunch of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, into the middle with the token. Doesn't use any source by the looks of things, good. Or does it? No, it's a no source recipe. Oh, but look at this. The thread of the starbuncle increases the speed of the player by 20%. That's crazy. So we've got to get some of these threads on our new armor to get crazy speed. Okay, so 4 starbuncle charms now, plenty to get going with. We're going to want 4 on top to gather berries and put them where we need them. But more than that, starbuncles can get a little bit lost. When they have nothing to do, they wander around, and that can lead to a dangerous situation where your starbuncles get lost, trapped, maybe even fall off the tower and die. We don't want that to happen, so what we're going to be making is some beds for them to live in while they're bored. So here we go, what we're looking for is a mage bloom bed. A decorative bed, starbuncles can be bound to a bed using the Dominion wand, and they rest here when they've got nothing to do. You make it with a feather and mage bloom around that in a crafting bench, and you get the bed. We're going to need 4 of these, so we're going to need 4 feathers. We're also going to need some more pedestals and some more mycelial source links. That's why it was really good that we got those extra mushrooms. So there we go, we've got the mycelial source links now, the arcane pedestals. We'll put mage bloom fiber around these feathers. We'll need 4 of these mage bloom beds. Now this is going to look ugly for the moment. We'll come back and decorate this later. We want the mycelial source links all around that agronomic. Oh, that's on top. But there we go, 4 mycelial source links around the agronomic in the middle. So 4 ones that eat and 1 that gets mana from growing. Then we'll put the plates around the edge, the pedestals. And now we want beds for our starbuncles to live in. So we'll put these down over here like this. And that's going to look pretty cool. And 2 more over here, let's make it symmetrical as well, so 1 block away. That looks correct to me. So with the starbuncle charm, you right click and it goes down. We're of course going to make it green, because green starbuncles are the best starbuncles, aren't they, my friend? Oh yeah. Now you can see, it says it's storing items at 0 locations and taking from 0. We can change that with the Dominion wand. It's kind of to and from. You right click where you want to take from, then right click again to tell it where you want it to go to. So now this starbuncle is going to deposit stuff on the pedestal. Here we go, and as soon as the starbuncle knows this is where he's got to put things, he'll go and pick up whatever he can that's lying around and put them on this pedestal. Now to make things easier, we're going to make sure every single starbuncle is set to every single pedestal. So this way, whatever pedestal is free, the starbuncle will deposit on. But for some reason he's not doing it. Why are you not doing it, friend? Okay, so it looks like the starbuncles get a little bit bugged if there is a block right next to the arcane pedestal. So we've moved these mycelial source links down by 1 block. They're on the floor now, less floaty. It kind of looks a little bit better as well. And now we'll make sure that this little dude, who is resting in his bed at the moment, right-click here and shift right-click on the pedestal, and he should put the berry he has on the pedestal. Yeah, there we go, amazing. Now we'll give him every single pedestal, if we can catch him. Oh yeah, look at this guy get to work. Now he's got nothing to do, so he goes back to his bed. Then he goes, grabs a berry from over here. Yum, 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 yum. Then he'll pick it up. Is he going to pick it up? Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Who knows? And he'll drop it over here at one of these pedestals. Amazing! Oh no, it looks like what he does is he gathers 4 and then puts them on these pedestals. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down the remainder of these charms, get these guys in their beds, get them dyed green, and get them working. Now these starbuncles can be pretty difficult to track because as soon as you give them something to do, they start running around, and if they're all the same color, it can be difficult to work out which one you have to go back and give the remaining orders to. So the one tip I would say is don't dye your starbuncle until you're completely happy with all of his orders. There we go, now he's got all of the plates, we'll go and give him the dye. Oh man, yeah, and now the system is complete. We have 4 starbuncles going around, they're all green. Wait, this one isn't green. Come here, you. Oh, they're slippery little dudes. But yeah, these guys are going around now, gathering all the berries, putting them on these pedestals. The mycelial source link is devouring the berries. The agronomic source link is getting source when any of these berry bushes grow. This is amazing. This is a really cool setup. Now there's a number of different ways we can speed up this process. We can speed up the starbuncles, we can speed up the growth of the source berries, we can add more starbuncles. You know, the world is our oyster with this. But for now, this system looks like it's going to generate quite a bit of mana, quite a bit of source, so we'll leave it to brew and come back later to see if there are any problems. Oh man, that's amazing stuff. The starbuncles really are a very cool aspect of Ars Nouveau. Next up, we're going to be looking at the whirlisprig. So number 1, we need to turn this whirlisprig token into a whirlisprig charm. Now this is a bit more of an expensive craft. Source gems, mage bloom, seeds, diamonds. Oh my god, a diamond for a whirlisprig charm? That's nuts. We do have the diamond though, and all these other bits. Amazing, right? Now the way the whirlisprig charm works is a bit complicated. You put this down on a flower block and that makes it the whirlisprig's area. And what the whirlisprig will do is create copies of all of the kinds of flowers and plants and things that you put within a 10 block radius. Now we're going to put this outside. I reckon over here is going to be the perfect place for a whirlisprig garden eventually. So I'm just going to get some dirt and fill in this rough area pretty quickly. So there we go, that's the area filled in, except for this one little hole because there's a duck in it, and I don't want to kill Howard over here. Sorry, bro. You can hang out there, that's fine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get our flower pouch and open up some of these Botania flowers. What we're looking to do is basically get one of each of these flowers growing on the floor, and what the whirlisprig should do, I don't know if it works with Botania, but it should do because it's got quite good mod synergy. What the whirlisprig should do is recreate all of these flowers and basically make this a Botania mystical flower farm. Now we will of course be coming back and making this area look a lot nicer. What I'll do is I'll see if I can design a pretty cool whirlisprig garden setup and get my builder to build it because yeah, we want to make the whirlisprig's area look really cool. And we'll put the yellow flower roughly in the middle. This looks good enough to me. And let's use the whirlisprig charm on this. Yeah, okay, right, amazing. So, the flower has now become a whirlisprig blossom. And the whirlisprig will go around to all of these flowers, and he's also going to need source to keep going. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a jar nearby and have it swoop through the roof over here to get filled up. And they'll also only generate items if there is a chest next to the flower. So while it looks like he's doing stuff at the moment, he's actually not, and he's also very unhappy. A very unhappy dude. So let's go and see if we can get him some source and a chest. So let's see if this splitter now has the range to also send to a jar through the window down here by the garden. That should be about 30 blocks away. We should be okay. Let's see if it works. So the jar here. Right click. Yeah, look at this. So there should be mana zipping through the tower now. Boom. Into this jar. Wow, 31%. That's pretty quick. Very cool. Now we'll put the repositories left and right of this flower. And check on the dude. He's still very unhappy. Now you can make this guy happier by giving him more variety in the kinds of flowers that are around his setup. So basically you want to make this garden as varied and as lush as possible, with trees, mushrooms, flowers, grass, all the things a little nature kind of spirit might want in their backyard. Now in theory, he should start creating copies of all of these flowers and putting them inside these repositories. So let's take a look. Nothing yet, but if we wait a bit, here we go. Something green just flew into this one. What was it? Hello? Yeah, there goes something again, but what's going on here? So this process might take some time, and we're going to move on to now the last item on today's episode plan. We're going to have to get some guards around the colony. Our guys keep dying left, right, and center. And I don't want to have to build guard towers because I don't want to have to go into Minecolonies if I don't have to. So to protect our colony from the rude dudes of the forest, we're going to be making some tree warriors. Oh yeah. What do I mean by tree warriors? Well, let me show you. We're going to need a ritual brazier. We're also going to need a sauce jar that is full of sauce. So we'll grab, where did I put that jar? Here we go. We'll grab a jar. And let's get to it. So basically, we're going to do a ritual that is going to turn some of the archwood trees into archwood warriors. To do that, we're going to need a ritual of awakening. Here we go. Bookworm charm, no. There we go. Tablet of awakening. You need one of each kind of archwood tree, which luckily we have. We've also got loads of source gems and any old archwood log. So let's go and make some of those. So, Tablets of Awakening. Now, we need one of these for every single tree warrior. So we're going to need a fair few. We're also going to need a load of source gems. So we'll grab some up from these gold chests over here. Lovely stuff. Going to the crafting table on a stick, we'll need some archwood logs, which I should have somewhere, maybe in my backpack. Now, be careful with this recipe because it does have to be flourishing archwood logs to make the Tablet of Awakening. But we're going to need, I reckon we're going to want maybe 8 warriors. So we're going to make 8 of these tablets. Looking good. Put all this stuff back in my backpack. And let's switch out this sauce jar for one that's full of sauce. I think the trees we're going to go for, because the whole colony has got a green theme, we're going to make some green tree warriors. Now, the hotspots for death are pretty much over here by the builder's hut. This is where all of the colonists arrive and get destroyed. But also, actually, no, it looks like they died over there because that's where the town hall was. That's where they hung out. But now, these colonists are hanging out in our fairy tale town hall. And oh my god, what are they doing? Aqua Unit 69, Jordan B, and Scotty Vandenberg are just tweaking out on these white seats. That's crazy. Anyway, let's show you how this works. So you put down the sapling, get that tree to grow, maybe give it a couple of bone meal, but leave it to do its thing. Nah, a couple more. There we go. So we have a green archwood tree. Next, we put the ritual brazier next to this. We put a sauce jar next to it to give it fuel. Now, we're going to need to put the tablet into here to start the ritual. That's the ritual configured, but you have to right-click again to actually activate the ritual. The Tablet of Awakening. The Ritual of Awakening. And brace yourselves. We're going to get ourselves... There we go. Oh, man. Look at this dude. What a haircut. This is... Oh, my God. He's got like a weird emo haircut. Wait, he looks like me. He's like a weird emo tree version of me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, you know what? That's fine. Oh, no. Okay, we got your first job. McGinger was shot by a skeleton. You got to get in here. So we right-click on the tree entity. We'll come in here to the town hall. Wait, where's he gone? Oh, he died behind the building. Okay. Come with me, tree dude. You're going to guard the back of the town hall. Where is the skeleton? Is he hiding under the shade? No, he's not. Oh, he died. He burnt up. Either way, we're going to park you over here on the edge of the forest. Now, with his home set, this guy should wander over in this direction. Yeah, here he comes. Yes, my friend. Welcome. And what he's going to do is wander around the immediate area, and I hope when rude dudes spawn, he's going to attack them. Now we're going to need loads more of these dudes, so I'm going to get another sapling down over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down the saplings loosely where I want the tree dudes to guard. Now it looks like nighttime is here. The monsters should start spawning pretty soon. Let's see how these tree warriors fare against the creatures that are going to crawl out of the forest. Okay, I don't see any yet. Oh, wait, is he on the move? Is he going to go and defend? No. Let's see if we can pull some monsters out of the forest towards the tree dudes and watch them take these guys out. Help! Defend me, tree warrior! Save me! Save me, tree warrior, over there. Look, there's a dude. Get him. Go on, get him. Oh, here we go. He's going for it. Time to rock, my friend. Wait, what's he doing? Oh my god, he casts spells. Oh, that's amazing. Is he going to slam him as well? Oh, yeah. Slam that fool. Let's see what's going on with a bit of self-glow. Oh my god, this guy's a beast. There's a zombie as well. Take him out too, my friend. Now, obviously, while the zombie's attacking me, this guy can't quite keep up, because he's not the quickest of dudes. Okay, he is a bit janky. He's not the smoothest of Minecraft PvEers, but honestly, this is a really cool warrior. It's so easy to set up. We can get loads of these around the edge of the colony. These guys are going to protect our colonists much better than we ever could, but now I will sleep because it looks like loads of dudes are spawning. Yeah! Now sometimes, oh, here we go, yeah, cast some spells, boom. Kick his ass, bro! Oh, these guys are amazing! They've got 60 health as well, these guys are real beasts. So we'll get loads of these set up around the colony, protecting our interests. Oh man, amazing! So thank you for watching this episode of Enchant the World, our magical playthrough through all the mods 9. This episode we tamed some starbuncles, I showed you how the tower has progressed, we got some decoration in there and the place is looking really cool. We configured our starbuncles to use the farm on top of the tower, and we tamed a whirlisprig, made a garden for him, and he should help us gather loads of Botania flowers, and we also crafted some of these amazing tree warriors to help us defend our compound. Pretty cool. But before we stop there, let's go and double check that this whirlisprig is actually getting us some items over here. Yeah, here we go. It's very slow, but he has gathered for us 2 tall mystical grey flowers. He is, of course, very unhappy. So what we can do is add more flowers, make his area much nicer, give him even more whirlisprigs as well, maybe some more mana, and he should be much happier and produce those natural materials much quicker. If you've watched this far into the episode, I want you to go to the comment section and put Tree the World. It's like Free the World, but with a T? Sure. And I will heart and like the comment. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And next episode, we're going to be doing the bookworms and our storage system through Ars Nouveau. I'm very excited for that because storage is a big problem for us right now. But until next time, guys, thank you for watching and take care. Where's this guy going? Where are you going? Oh, he's chasing that dragonfly. That's right, smash him. Smash him, smash that fool. Yeah, good job, bro. Good job. Take care.